many of you are full-time students? Now, how many of you are full-time employees? Now, finally, how many of you do both? According to the Condition of Education's article titled College Students' Employment, 43% of all college students do both. And as you probably know, going to school and working is very challenging, especially for people with families at home. Luckily for me, I only take care of my little sister, so she's the only person I have to worry about. It is important to recognize how hard people are working that are doing both. So it's likely that you yourself or somebody that you know is working and going to school full-time. Today, I will provide you a full-depth explanation of what it's really like to go to school full-time and work full-time. So even though not all of you know what it's like, I'm going to give you the inside scoop of my life so you can see what it is like. Today, I will inform you about the co-culture of people who work and go to school full-time. Specifically, I will explain what the benefits are, some stress relievers of what it's like going to school and working full-time, and some of the drawbacks, because in all honesty, there is some. So let's start by discussing the benefits. Amelia, the author of Benefits of Working While Attending College, describes there are many benefits of working while going to school full-time. One of the main benefits is you're going to have extra spending money. You're going to have money for bills, which isn't ideal. You don't want to pay bills, but you have to. So you're going to have extra money for bills. You're going to have extra money for personal things like shoes, clothes, anything you like, honestly. You're going to have money for food, and you're even going to have money for things for a pet, if you have one, of course. So another thing that's beneficial by working and going to school full-time is time management skills. You're going to build so many time management skills from working and going to school full-time. You're going to learn how to manage when you do what, how you do what, everything like that. You're going to learn how to multitask, because there's been many times where I've been cooking dinner while studying for a test, or I've been at work on my lunch break studying for a test, or preparing for a speech like this one. There's an abundant amount of things that you're going to learn from working and going to school full-time. Another benefit is it's going to make your career job easier. It's so stressful going to school and working full-time that when you jump into a career job, you're going to have the skills that you need in order to manage your time well enough to be able to balance a personal life and a full-time job. So now that you know the benefits, let's talk about some of the stress relievers. And I know you're probably thinking, how could there be stress relievers when you're working and going to school full-time? But I promise there really are some. And as I stated previously, I know this can be really stressful, but there are stress relievers to help. According to Licia Bushek, in her article, 5 Ways to Reduce Stress from Working Full-Time, the number one thing that you can do is get enough sleep. Sleep is so important when you're working and going to school full-time. Not getting enough sleep can result in fatigue, lack of focus, anxiety, and even depression. It is essential to get enough sleep. A rested mind will give 110% better performance than when you're not rested. Another technique is getting outside. Just walking outside, breathing in the fresh air, looking at the trees. Just being outside will release all of that negative energy you have running inside of you. Research shows that being outside can reduce anxiety and depression. It's beneficial to help with so many things. Just get outside as much as you can. And another thing that can help is plenty of exercise. Even, like I said, walking. Walking is still exercise, whether you like to walk, run, lift weights, yoga, anything. Just get some exercise. Get those brain cells moving around. It will refresh you, I promise. So now that we have discussed ways to stay stress-free, let's talk about the drawbacks, because there definitely are some. The number one drawback that I have is my lack of free time. I am either at school or doing school, or I'm at work. There's hardly ever any in-between time. I feel like I have no time for my friends or no time for my family. It's just one or the other. It's very hard to have a social life because of how busy I am all the time. Another drawback is watching the people around me get everything handed to them while I am busting my butt to try to make ends meet. I'm very grateful that there are people that have resources to help them. That makes me very happy, but it sucks that I'm not one of those people that have those resources, because I'm working every day, going to school every day just to make ends meet. Another thing is prioritizing school and work. There's been times where I've had to decide, is school more important or is work more important? And many times work ends up being more important because I need my job to survive. School isn't paying the bills yet. So yeah, it's tough, but you can get through it. You really can. So for these reasons, going to school and working full-time have been proven to be very difficult. Although it is possible to do, it is not as easy as it sounds. Today, I've explained in detail what going to school and working looks like. I've discussed the benefits, the stress relievers, and the drawbacks. And though only 43% of all college students do both, that 43% are working their butt off to try to make ends meet. They are trying their absolute hardest to accomplish their goals. And if you know somebody that is working and going to school full time, give them a high five or give them a hug, give them something, because they are working so hard trying to make ends meet. And hopefully by sharing this information about this cold culture, we have all had an eye-opening moment. We have all learned something new, and we all realize that everybody is busting their butt trying to make ends meet, trying to accomplish their goals. And hopefully these cold culture presentations have taught us all something new. Thank you.